Now, another trending topic is Wicked. Seems like, 50 Cent is still out here raising Cain with everybody, doing what he does. 42 Dugg came out, and they had a little back and forth. I mean, what was your thoughts on what was going on with 50 and 42?
Yeah, well, I want to say something too, B-High. There's a population of people here that that, like I said, they don't really be knowing what's really going on. They got their blinders on. They worried about life. They worried about their families, their kids and stuff. And so these type of situations with 50 and Meech and blah blah blah, they're just side notes in their life, footnotes in their life. A little entertainment on a Friday night as you know what I'm saying, eating just some chicken or something.
Exactly.
Hey man, damn, I didn't know they was even beefing. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard, you know what I'm saying, how 42 Dub spoke to 50 on this right here, it made me want to clear up something right here. Meech is not from Atlanta, Georgia. I have no, and a lot of us Atlanta niggas, it's a conception out there that we're riding with one of our own. Meech is from the Midwest. Detroit and New York have had a long-standing, Detroit, Chicago, New York has had a long-standing beefs for years. So, excuse me. So I want to clear that up that Meech is not a A-town player. So when I heard 42 say, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going against the city. I'm not going against my Detroit brethren. I was waiting on that because I've been hearing everybody either on one side or the other. We've definitely heard a lot of people that have sided with 50 that's from the city. They showed where they loyalty was. But I didn't really hear nobody from Detroit standing up for Meech. And so to hear the young fella finally say, you know what, unless you got concrete, not all these niggas out here read into a statute, well, in 5.1c says if you did, all of this if, buts, and all this old shit. If and buts was a fifth, we'd be drunk as hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I kept hearing from all these podcasters. If, but, well, this is normally what's happened, all this shit. So to see the young nigga from Detroit finally say, you know what, until you show me something concrete, then nigga, fuck you. Don't stop talking to me about it. And, hearing that right there, I said, well, you know what I'm saying? All right there, young fella. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see a lot of and I ain't talking about just the average street nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's got love in the streets from Detroit, but I'm talking about, a lot of the high profile artists and the high profile rappers and actors and whoever that from the city. I didn't see the support for Meech. Like I said, the man did 20 years, did his time. He's come out. He's trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody, that has paid their debt society deserves a second chance. And I was just happy to kind of hear, you know what I'm saying, 42, you know what I'm saying, represent his brethren. The same that I would do when Gucci got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? I was hey man, you know what I'm saying? He could change it. And we have seen Gucci change that shit. We have seen Gucci get married and be a stand-up guy and have kids and stay out of shit, working out, physical fitness. So he is an example. That it could be done.
Exactly.
He was out here. It was one time Gucci was walking down goddamn Boulevard with no shoes on, pot belly, ready to kill the world.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? So so I stay T.I.,
Come on.
went to prison, you know what I'm saying? Come out, they got a great family.
Come on.
Great family, man, tried to do great in the hood. These are examples.
Exactly.
And these are rappers that no matter what, I've always they were the home team. And whether I was there sitting outside of jail or not, or whether I was in their concert in the top row in the back watching them, you know what I'm saying? My prayers and support was with them because, you know, I knew that, you know, one, they were from the city, and I don't went through a lot of the same things they have gone through. And I pivoted, and I know that they pivoted. So seeing 42, you know what I'm saying, support his brethren, and, you know, say, you know, if I did help him out, nigga, fuck you. You know, it meant a lot. You know, it meant a lot to me, even though I'm not from Detroit. Just to see the unity on that side.
Okay, no, I'm not mad at that at all. I mean, I just wonder, you know, right now in hip hop, it just seems like everybody's mad at each other. I mean, hell, even Ocho's mad at people out here. Now, when y'all done drug Ocho out there, then I'm like, okay, what the hell is really going on?
Right.
Ain't nobody coming together. I mean, where's Farrakhan at? We need him to come on out here and call another damn meeting ASAP.
ASAP, a Million Man March. Yeah, let every rapper rock it. Ain't no Tupac said.
Come on, man. Bring us all out, man. And just work this back out again. It's time, and that's another thing. I'm not seeing enough people calling for peace anymore.
Correct.
Nobody's calling for peace. See, everybody's minding their business because don't nobody want to get drugged into nobody's bullshit. And, you know, I think we still have to stand up and say, hey, man, we got to get some unity in the community again if we want this stuff not to self-destruct. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what to say anymore, Wick.
Niggas scared to die. That's
niggas
what
ain't about
that is.
dying. And see, also
not from you, from people that look like you. Standing up now, you got to be ready to die for it. Everybody that has stood up over the decades and the centuries that have, you know, stood for unity and black empowerment has been assassinated.
And I agree with that. But then also you got folks that's willing to die over a color and willing to die over their hood, willing to die over you stepping on their shoes, willing to die over road rage. So, I mean, it's like, come on, pick and choose a better fight, fellas. Just pick and choose a better fight if you're going to die over something. We done had enough rappers dying over the last few years. Just imagine if all of them were dying to move the culture forward. They were sacrificing their lives in the name of unity. They were sacrificing their lives in the name of money, getting back into the hood. You know, just changing injustice. How about that? So, you know, I just hate to see where we're at right now because our community, I don't see a lot of positivity happening right now.
Wow.
What you about to say?
No, because, you know, there's a lot of positivity going on.
Talk to me.
And I think that the problem is that we have to change out the speakers that are the, you know, we need more people like. It's not that we need more positivity, we need more beehives. You know what I'm saying? Highlighting the positivity. See, that's a difference.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? And the beehive is what's being suppressed.
Oh, they're gonna suppress
by the negative forces out here that are still trying to
perpetuate that bullshit.
Suck the community dry. You understand what I'm saying? You know, the drug dealers was doing it at first. The pimps and the prostitutes, you know, they're doing it first. And now you have the social media, they're the same as the pimps, the hoes, the prostitutes, and they, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to suck the community dry with misinformation and highlighting the darkness. But there are positive energy out there, but they're trying to silence you.
And I agree with that, Wick. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, we need more folks just to speak up and say, hey, man, let's stop the bullshit and let's get this money. I mean, if you could see BG and Turk dapping up on the damn stage, and you know them niggas was mad at each other. If you could see Bone Thugs and Harmony, they done got back together and got back in the studio. And Busy was mad at every damn body. If you could see folks coming back together, man, I mean, we just need more of that in the community, and I don't know what it's going to take to bring us back to that space.
Well, like I just told you, you know, the new game now is this podcast game, and I watch most of these niggas. Most of these niggas are either one or two things. They're celebrity gossipers. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean gossiping, they're only gossiping on the negative stuff.
Side of it.
They're not highlighting nothing good that a person
Ain't got a solution to be found.
Absolutely. So they're into telling you the problem and making you feel that, you know what I'm saying, it's impossible. We're in, you know, a dimension of dread, you know what I'm saying, but there's no solution to nothing. So there's nothing wrong with talking about the problem, but you got to have a solution. So I don't see a lot of the podcasts talking about the solution to stuff. And then I see that it's still the mentality of what we were doing with everything else, pretty much rap, culture, you know, that there's one little, where they feel like there's one small bag, and that niggas feel like, you know, in this podcast game, they got to cut your throat to control that little bag that's been dumped in the middle of the podcast community. But that's not true.
Exactly.
Podcasts are not working with each other. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, a person that has 20,000 more followers than you feels like, you know, he wants to silence you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm looking at some of these guys out here, and I notice, I say, you know, I could tell when they're watching what you and I are saying, especially you. And instead of just, you know, hey man, I got this, you know, Beehive, you know, ATL says blah blah blah, and then go into the topic. You know, a motherfuckers act like they came up with the whole thing. I be telling you that all the time. I be like, behind these motherfuckers, they don't want to network with you.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
I don't want to network with them though either. Wick. I don't want to be around no bitch ass niggas. I would just keep it real. That's why I stay to myself. That's why I got my own facility. That's why I deal with my podcast partners, because I realize that, you know what, I'm not gonna get along with these people. Because if you put me in a room full of wrong, and I say, you know what, I'm not gonna do a Kanye and move in a room full of vultures. I'm gonna say, hey man, fuck this shit. This some bullshit. Stop it. Okay, y'all don't want to stop it, but I'm not gonna be a part of it. I'm out. So I'm not even gonna waste your time going in there. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, it's I think, you know, I predict that that, you know, it's fixing to get kind of just like rap, the podcast game. You finna start seeing a lot more beefs.
Yeah.
You finna start seeing a lot more motherfuckers trying to cut each other's throats.
See that?
We know right now content is the new, like I said, the new dope.
Yeah, it is.
It's the new crack.
Yeah.
It's the new heroin.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's what I'm predicting that's finna happen now. And, you know, you and I,
we raising hell trying to keep it from going down that street, because we already know what's at the end of that street.
Correct.
At the end of the street, it just means all of us gonna be out of business and fucked up.
Correct. And like we've lost rap.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, hopefully, man, you know what I'm saying, this message will resonate, man. But back to what we were originally talking about, man. 42 Dugg, man. It was just cool. And I don't know much about the young fella. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I don't know what he has done, what he stands for in the community. So I'm only speaking on just him, you know what I'm saying, showing a little bit of love to Meech against 50's will. You know what I'm saying? Because 50 was obviously upset again. 50 be upset with Ed, goddamn.
50's the maddest man I've ever seen in my life.
The mad rapper.
This man's the mad rapper.
I think that was his name back in the day, so I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's about it right there, man. I'm feeling good though. I think that you and I, man, we really on to something right now, and the coaches really, you know, they're checking for us. They got us hit that notification button, that subscribe to the channel, and make sure y'all hit that notification button. So anytime the Beehive Wick come on, man, and get y'all this game, you are alerted. And that's, you know, that's pretty much what I got to say about it.
I mean, y'all heard it, man. Get down with the movement. Beehive Radio, shout it, Big Galaxy. Holla at y'all in a minute, bang. We gone.